जम्मू काश्मीर 370 धारा उच्छेद उपरे सुप्रीम कोर्ट को ऐतिहासिक राय परे आम सहित अधिक आलोचना करने अच्छा सुप्रीम कोर्ट रो वरिष्ठ आईनजीवी विश्वजित दास सहित आलोचना करवा। सर स्वागत करूँ कौन कहे आज जो भाई भाव केंद्र सरकार जो राय थिला 370 धारा उच्छेद उपरे सुप्रीम कोर्ट को मोहर बाजी कौन प्रतिक्रिया रखिए?
ऐतिहासिक, the only word is ऐतिहासिक, and second is this is one of the finest legal attempt ever in the history of Indian Constitution, where a particular provision, not because it is only an integration of a of a state, of a not a full-fledged state as a full-fledged state, not that in that context. It's a political question. But as a student of law and as a practitioner of law, I have never seen in my entire career, nor I have ever seen even prior to that, any such kind of attempt, what you call it as a legal engineering, whereby 370 was brought down to its logical conclusion, which of course, as a citizen of this country, we always expected, and it was a head of, the Jammu Kashmir was regarded as the head of Indian map. And now it is full-fledgedly integrated. They don't have a now separate constitution. They don't have a separate president, prime minister and all. It is purely part of the Indian, constitution, Indian, country as a whole. And the manner in which it was achieved, it is a marvel by itself. And here I have an invitation to all, please read the exact engineering, what has the entire process by which this particular 70 odd years issue, which was pricking us all through, is brought down, and even for the members, the citizens of or the people of Jammu and Kashmir, it is a very good sign. The point is the polity, the manner of polity that we play in our country. It is so divisive. That is the only problem to all this. Therefore, we never try to understand. You see, except the fact that a political boss wants to become a prime minister of a small country, what must be the extra reason why the Jammu Kashmir could not have been integrated with India as a whole? Despite the fact that we retained their security, the taxpayers' money got invested there. We were taking care of your foreign relationship. There are three things which was there to us, with us, all the money we were spent by us. In return, what we were getting, nothing in return, we were getting anything. And even for the purpose of even the people of Jammu Kashmir. What was the kind of integration they were into? They were being given confused state of mind that there are two prime ministers. And then there are given a confusion that, all right, India is also as a federal structure. There are states. All states clubbed together because that's how the governance demands, that small places to be governed by independent entities, and that is how the state governments. Now, except the fact that the same way the defense, public relations, and intangible elements where the territory is not linked, the governance always lies with the central government. Barring that, what else even on ground also, with that kind of a setup, what those political bosses were used to get out of it? Except the polity of maybe some religion-based polity. So therefore, I say it is a win-win situation for all. The only thing that my only worry is that the manner of polity that we play and the kind of a misinformation we spread, that is where the people, gullible people, the innocent people, the ordinary masses, who have nothing to do with that of the power and the polity, they are getting confused, and that is how we played for 75 odd years.
निश्चित भाव सर जो भाव सेठाकर जदि लोक माने जो भाव आप कहले कन्फ्यूज होते दुईटी प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो भाव आप कहले सर ये 370 धारा वर्तमान जिते उच्छेद उपरे सुप्रीम कोर्ट को मोहर बाजी सारी सर यह सांगे सुप्रीम कोर्ट आउ गोटे पॉइंट को आगू को आनी कि जम्मू काश्मीर रे निर्वाचन करा जाऊ एवं ताकू जो भाव आगुरी पूर्वर राज्य रही पुणी थे केन्द्र शासित अंचल जो वर्तमान जहाँ रही केन्द्र शासित अंचल सहित विधानसभा रही सेठारे पुणी थे सेठारे निर्वाचन करा जाऊ पुनर्बार राज्य मान्यता दिया जाऊ।
प्रथम कथा, सुप्रीम कोर्ट गोटे डेडलाइन बनी 30 सितंबर 2024 रे जे आपण इलेक्शन कमिशन को डायरेक्शन देइछंती, दैट इज ए डायरेक्शन, जुडिशियल डायरेक्शन, जे या जे आपण एतिकी भितरे तांकर इलेक्शन करंतु, बिकॉज एज ए मेंबर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी as a celebration of democracy is not complete unless and until the people's democracy is played out. And therefore, the election is actually the people's democracy. So, to that extent, there is a judicial order. But before that, it also has to go through the process of, state, where the central government has already committed to the Supreme Court, the 5-judge constitution bench, which has been taken note of that we are trying to do it. In fact, the central government would definitely like to do it at the earliest possible time. But the problem is the ground polity. Also the security, all these aspects the government has to take note of, so that they can initiate that exercise of converting a union territory to a state. Which will happen, which will definitely will happen now that the government is serious about it, and now that this 370 is in its original sense is gone, and it has gone to the next stage now. I'm sure the government of India, which in fact the constitution bench has already showed its appreciation about the central government's commitment to the effect of bringing about that state status, which of course they will do it. It's समय lagibo. Apon janati de when it was a what do you call कि गोटाए पॉलिटिकल हॉट पोटाटो गोटे आईटारे सब पॉलिटिकल मासेस माने जो बॉसेस नॉट द मासेस पॉलिटिकल बॉसेस आर प्लेइंग देयर कार्ड्स एंड प्लेइंग देयर all kinds of nonsensical thing, nobody really, barring few people, nobody really cares about the ordinary masses. Now, say jo political wrangle taku हुए तो in fact central government has shown its mettle, तारो maturity देखैछि, तारो capacity देखैछि. I'm sure the sagacity with which they will definitely will be able to give us the status of the Jammu Kashmir as soon as possible, provided the ground reality permits them to do that. So I'm sure it will happen.
सर आम जो हियरिंग फर्स्ट आसला कि तीनिटी हियरिंग जजमेंट आसी बोली शुणागला तो सर कौन थिला माने तीनटी जजमेंट कौन थिला
ना इटर एक्चुअली बाय एंड लार्ज देयर आर टू जजमेंट्स ब्रॉडली चीफ जस्टिस कर जजमेंट जस्टिस एसके कॉल कर आउ जस्टिस थर्ड होचनी हमर जस्टिस खन्ना संजीव खन्ना कर मोरले जस्टिस संजीव खन्ना जो मैंने दिस इज ए 5 जज बेंच है 5 जन भितर 5टा जन जज अच्छा से समस्ते लिखिपारे कि ना किसी भितर जड़े लिखा अन्य मैंने एंडोर्स करेंगे चीफ जस्टिस कर वेरी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव जजमेंटा ताकू ऑलमोस्ट ऑल जजेस हैव एंडोर्स्ड इट ऑल 5 जन एंडोर्स कर सत्वे जस्टिस एसके कॉल कर निजर किसी रेकमेंडेशन थिला जमती मु कहली जे ट्रुथ एंड रिकनसिलिएशन कमिशन गोटे रेकमेंडेशन थिला सेति सी गोटे तार जजमेंट गोटे लिखिछंती ता धरे जस्टिस संजीव खन्ना मध्य गोटाए जजमेंट माने छोटो जजमेंट लिखिछंती आमे जे पर्यंत सेटा पूराटा को न देखिबा आमे जानि परिबानी हुए तो तारे कोन कंटेंट बट बाय एंड लार्ज ब्रॉडली जहाँ मु कोर्ट रे थिली जहाँ शुणिली से मोर से प्रत्यक्षदर्शी भाव में जहाँ मुझे देखिली से आपको कहूँ येस देयर आर 3 जजमेंट्स बट बाय एंड लार्ज देयर आर 2 ब्रॉड जजमेंट्स नॉट एक्जाक्टली द 3.
थैंक यू सो मच. नई दिल्ली कैमरा पर्सन प्रदीप का सह लिपिका नंदीघोष टीवी.